to the John Ivan Textiles vlog.
We're back again.
We are back again. And we've got lots of exciting bits and bobs to talk about this time.
Lots of new things.
Showing you some new yarn colours.
Ooh,
Very exciting.
That's the main thing we're talking about,
yeah.
really.
And some fun new badges.
I have some.
Donna's modelling them.
Got the new badges.
Yeah.
Edna and Zadie.
They're very cute, aren't they?
They are very nice. Yeah.
Should we introduce ourselves first, though? Because sometimes we forget to introduce them.
So yeah, that's Donna.
I'm Donna, here occasionally, but always in the mill.
Always
on the
in the
vlog
mill.
occasionally.
Yes, if you email us, it's probably Donna
It'll be
who
me.
will reply.
Yeah,
Yes.
generally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's all right.
We're always just like, Donna! I'm Sonia.
And I'm Helena.
So welcome.
Welcome, hello.
Yeah, and we've got some bits and bobs to be chatting about. It is well and truly cold now, though, isn't it? It's proper knitting season now.
It is very much so.
We've
we
all
just
got
want
our
to all
woolies
be
on.
at home, tucked away doing our knitting, don't we?
Yeah. It's really hibernating season. It's like when
It
the
is.
alarm goes off in the mornings
It's
now,
too
you
dark.
just think, oh, do
Yes.
I do?
So if you start getting no replies from the mill, just assume we've stopped bothering to come. We've decided to stay home.
Yeah, if even Donna stops emailing you back.
Yeah, I'm just at home.
So we're just asleep.
Wrapped in
That
all our
would be
woolly
nice,
blankets.
wouldn't it? That'd be really nice. Bit of hibernation. One day, maybe. A couple more weeks before we're allowed some holiday, though.
Yeah,
isn't
it won't be long, will it?
But
It's exciting that we do get to wear all our woolies again now.
It is good, yeah.
It's been very warm this autumn, so
100%. No, I know. I'm feeling like I need to be making all the things. What have you been knitting, Hels?
jumpers. Trying to finish a lot of jumpers that I got halfway through and abandoned.
Whoa, you actually are returning to those. I just ignore them.
Well, I've ignored some of them for many, many years. So I've got, went through the whole pile and went, oh, this just needs sleeves. You know, it's a DK jumper that needs sleeves. That shouldn't take too long. So I'm trying, in amongst wanting to cast on everything, to try and do some of the older ones, because it takes a really long time to make a jumper, and I'll get more jumpers if I just finish the ones that are already half done.
Yeah,
I
if
mean,
it's always just sleeves, it's not so
And you
bad,
were
is
excited about it once, so there is a logic to that.
Way back in the distant past.
I just always take the needles out, and then I don't know what needles they were, and then I just think I can't do this anymore.
What was this?
I'm not very good at returning to my projects once they're abandoned. I have to confess. What's your track record like, Donna?
Oh dear, my worst whip is from 2009, so that I don't, and that's in cobweb lace.
Ooh.
So that probably won't ever get finished.
No, I'm never going back to that.
No,
Are you?
it's still hanging around somewhere in a cupboard. But no, but
Yeah.
We have been thinking about what we do want to cast on, though.
We have.
In
we
our
have.
shiny
The
new Harvest
Hues
Hues colours.
So shall we show folks the new colours first?
that's it.
And then maybe we can tell you what it is we
We're
fancy
thinking.
making with
Yeah.
them. I particularly like this colour palette. But,
That's very you.
I know. That's why I
Yeah.
picked all of these colours up. Like, oh!
That's a sort of, I would be picking the blues or the
Well.
greens, and you go for the
All the pinks and the
Dirties.
dirges. Well, let's have a look at all of them, and then we hope, regardless of what colours you at home like, that you'll find something that tickles your fancy in there, and then we can share our kind of future projects with you as well. So these are all of the kind of neutrals and warmer tones. And we've added an undyed this time, which is nice.
So this one is silver birch, right here on the end. And it's just a nice, simple grey. It's just the white with the swap balls, no colours whatsoever.
And that is as pale as the Harvest Hues range can go. So we really wanted to add quite a few more pale colours. But obviously with that 33% swap balls, there's a limit to how pale it can get.
Yeah. And then snuggled in next to it is one of the palest ones we had before, which is barley.
And that's such a nice warm kind of taupe shade.
Yeah, it's a very good base shade for things, or like if you want to go for the warmer end of your spectrum rather than the cooler. And then next to that is flax, which we did have before, but this one has changed ever so slightly because of the change to the yellow in the dye fibre.
Yeah.
So it's the same as in the knit by numbers, some of those change. So it's a little bit more brown and less golden than it was, but it's still a really good colour.
It's quite metallic, isn't it, now? It's nice.
It's a nice gold. And then a warmer one. This is an oldie but a goodie. This one is Russet, which has been around since the very beginning.
And that is actually, would you believe it, that's a combination of bright yellow or bright
orange.
Green and bright orange.
So you can see a little bit in the heathering, the little tiny pops. You can see there's the odd little bit of orange and a little bit of green in there. But yeah, that one's a really nice warm colour.
It's so autumnal. It's literally the colour of like the leaves outside at the moment. It's gorgeous.
And then here is a new one, this pinky one. It's a little bit less pink in real life than it's showing up on here, but it's called Medlar, which is, it's a bit like an apple, but it's not. It's a very strange kind of fruit.
It's like a traditional old kind of Tudor thing, isn't it? I think, the Tudors were very into them. It's like a sort of, like an offshoot of an apple.
Yeah, if you go to like ye olde orchards in stately homes, they often have a medlar.
Yeah, and what do? They make medlar jelly.
Yeah, I think they use them a bit like quince.
Yeah, they're very hard and you have to boil them for a very long time.
Sounds great. But yeah, this one is a sort of a terracotta-y kind of, sort of slightly more corally, but terracotta
It's
kind of colour. So it's got pink and yellow in it. So that's where that one is. And then another very old original colour that we've kept and not changed in any way. This is Bracken. And yeah, it's just a nice sort of rusty orange colour.
Yeah, it's quite a bright colour, isn't it? Out of all of these sort of neutrals, I'd say Bracken is the most poppy one, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
But it's lovely.
Sonia's actually knitting something in this colour palette at the moment. That's how much she likes these.
I know. It's all of those ones I'm knitting something in. But it's top secret, so I'm afraid it can't be shared yet. But shall we show folks the Rose Bay with the medlar as well?
So you can see. So Rose Bay, we've had around for a little while. It was from the second update of Harvest Hues. So you can see just how much different it is. So it's not, the medlar isn't super pink compared to like that Rose Bay that's coming up almost purple in comparison.
Yeah.
But yes.
So it's quite a subtle pink.
Should we move on to some pinks?
Let's look at some pinks. I might keep this guy.
Okay.
So then here's all the kind of pinks and purples, a little cheeky red in there as well. And we've kept medlar on the end just to show you that it really is, it's a real neutral compared to a lot of the other ones. It's like a warm neutral, but it's definitely nowhere near as pink and purple as the rest of them.
Sat next to the pink, it now looks really yellow.
Exactly.
So yeah, that was the medlar, and then the Rose Bay that we just showed you.
And then pomegranate. I'm
the
skipping
Rose Bay
ahead.
is just, it's got like fawn in it, so it's like a really like nice muted sort of dusty pink. So
that's a fave of yours, isn't it, Helena?
Yeah,
You've
I've
got a
done
jumper in
loads
that.
Rose Bay. I designed it, that's why.
Yeah. It's a nice colour. It's a very nice colour.
And then yes, pomegranate is the red. Again, one that's been around for ages and it's always popular. Loads of people love this colour.
It's a real nice kind of, dare I say the C word? There's something very festive about it. It's just
when you mix
cheerful,
it with the sycamore, it's very... But yes, no, it's a really nice, it's a good sort of bright but rich red. So yeah, it works for a lot of things. It's quite a flattering colour. We've got a couple of new ones coming up now. In fact, all of these ones are new ones.
Whoa, 4 new ones in a row.
So this hot pink is Loganberry.
Yeah.
Which is just a lot of pink.
And that is,
we like pink.
It's just pink, pink, pink and swart balls, isn't it?
It is.
We were trying to make as bright of a pink as possible. So we were trying to find like a kind of pink pairing to woad and some of those other bright colours in the Harvest Hues range.
Yeah. I actually have from a really old hand dye collaboration with River Knits where we did Exmoor's warbles and they dyed some bird colours.
Bullfinch, wasn't it?
It was bullfinch, and I've got a pair of mittens in that, and it's really close to the Loganberry. So basically we just remade the colour that we really liked that somebody else dyed.
Yeah.
Next up is Teasel.
Which is another really bright kind of electric purple.
Yeah, it's really lovely colour. You can see sort of all the little bright pops in it. But yeah, that one was a nice colour. We thought we needed to work on our purples because we did discontinue the 2 purples that were in existence and have replaced them with these other ones.
Yeah, so I think they've all kind of, we've got, they weren't the most beloved, the old purples.
They were not very popular.
So
I'm sure there's someone who's going to tell us they loved them.
I know Roselle, who comes to the monthly Zooms. She loves them both. So, but she's also approved these ones. So
Oh, that's good.
if you like the old ones, hopefully you'll like these too.
Yes.
And then next up is Elder, this dark one, which has actually been one of the most popular new colours, hasn't it?
Yes, it's been very popular. We think it's quite similar to the Viola Blackcurrant that was discontinued earlier in the year. It's not quite the same, it's not quite as red, but it sort of fills that kind of gap.
Yeah, or it's like a very sort of low-key version of Cinderglow, which is, I've just now put in. So this is a Devonia colour and it's black with a tiny speck of red.
Yeah, if you see
Whereas
that, you can see the little bits of red in it.
Elder is obviously 33% swart balls, and then I think it's maybe 20% pink and the rest of it is black. So it's quite a charcoal.
Like Loganberry with a lot more black in it.
Exactly.
And then nestled in here on the end is a really fun one.
It is
This
fun,
is
that. It's a bit
Speedwell.
playful.
And again, you can see that we've just sort of mashed 2 really bright colours together to get this like really nice, cool purple colour. So I think it's pink and turquoise
It is
in there.
pink and turquoise, isn't it? So that's another fun one. So we tried to have some fun with some of them, but also make some more sophisticated colours as well.
Okay, should we move on to some blues?
Let's do it. Right, so here's all our kind of blue colours, and there really weren't very many blues in Harvest Hues, and we know you folks at home love a blue, quite right too.
It's very hard to find harvest themed things that are blue. It's not a colour you get often in a harvest.
No, but it is a nice colour for a bit of knitwear, so I know I like a bit of blue in my wardrobe. So we've got that same Speedwell on the end there. And you can see next to it is Woad, which is an oldie but a goodie. That was one of the few blues that we did have in the original Harvest Hues colour palette. And it's a very bright kind of electric blue. But because of that swart balls, it's not too bright. It's still quite wearable, I think.
Yeah. And then this is a new one, a navy. Everybody always asks us for navy, so we do try and add them where we can.
Who doesn't like navy? You know, the reality of it is it's fun looking at all those different colours, but actually most of us just want to wear a nice bit of navy, don't we? You know, it's just wearable. It goes with everything. You don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
So we've
This one is
definitely added
called
that.
Blackthorn, which you get sloes from, which tend to be like navy-ish colour.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And again, nice festive thing at this time of year.
Yep.
And then next up is, oh gosh, what's this one called? Borage?
Borage.
Borage. See, we're still learning all the names.
Because we named it the same as this year's special and it confused us all for so long.
It did.
We're very into our borage this year.
So borage has got really pretty little flowers and you can put them in gin and tonics, and that's a nice thing to do in the summer. But it's sort of, I'd say it's like a paler version of the navy. The borage, the navy.
Very denim-y colour.
Yeah. That with the, look, now I'm going to go back and grab another colour. Those three together, I think, make such a pretty pairing. So that's barley, which is white and fawn. And then this is blue and fawn. And then we've got the navy, and they're a really nice kind of sophisticated little group of colours, I reckon.
Yeah.
So borage is another one of the more kind of muted shades we've added.
And then we tried our best to put a light blue, again, despite it not being a colour you're allowed in a harvest. This is Raindrop.
I mean, the harvest does get wet if you're in Devon.
I mean, if you've been in Devon for the past month, you will definitely have found some raindrops. It has been raining non-stop for a month.
I mean, and the 4 years before that as well helps,
Yes.
but there we go.
So yeah, so it's just a nice sort of very pale, like it's got the turquoise in it, but where it's got the white and the warbles in it, it just kind of calms it down a bit. But yeah, a nice light blue.
It's nice
And
with
then
this one on the end as
This
well,
is
actually,
blue
isn't
spruce,
it?
which again
Yeah.
has been around for ages and is often a favourite, which is sort of like a tealy one. It's got bits of green in there with the blue.
Yeah. So it's a dark teal and a pale teal, really, isn't it? Blue spruce and Raindrop.
Yes.
So, but we've got 3 whole new blue colours, which is very exciting.
Yes.
I
So,
think
yeah.
the navy's been another popular one, hasn't it?
Yeah. I think borage is as well. Everyone loves a good mid blue.
I love a good mid blue. I've got something knitted in borage. I mean, it's a tiny little bit of piping on a grey vest.
Oh, on your
but,
school jumper, yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Should we move on to the greens?
Last but not least, it's all the greeny ones. So then here's all our greens. We've kept blue spruce because it's sort of up for debate as to whether it's a blue or a green. It's a teal. And it looks so nice next to this first new green we've added here. And this is another one of those ones that's like really quite heathered looking, isn't it, House?
Yeah, as you can see, like you can really see the different colours in there. That it's got like the little tiny pops of turquoise and a bit of yellow and everything. This one is wood sorrel.
Yeah.
And it's quite similar to, was it Aurora Borealis
It was
that we
Aurora
did as a special
Borealis.
a few years back? So it's quite similar. It's not quite the same, but it's pretty close, if that was a
Yeah.
colour that you liked or missed out on.
Yeah.
And then next to it is another one of the greens we've had forever. This is Juniper.
Juniper, again, is quite festive. I think that's quite a
Yeah,
Christmassy
so
colour.
It's not showing the colour to that side. There you go. It's a sort of a slightly bluey green.
Yeah, much like a juniper bush, I would say. This is
Yeah.
one of those colours where the name of it is really very representative of what it is. It's that like nice kind of fir coat, like pine tree fir kind of bluey green colour.
Yeah.
And then next up we've got another new one, which is burdock, and that's a really fun, zippy, zesty lime shade, isn't it?
Yeah, this one replaced New Leaf, which was the other colour that was discontinued along with the purples. We just wanted something like New Leaf was a bit sort of a flat colour. It was basically, it got made when we made Sycamore wrong once, and then we kept it. So this time we've actually put a bit more thought in.
Rebecca made it, didn't she?
Yes,
It was
and
Rebecca
it's-
who does our wholesale. She looks after our wholesale for us, and she made quite a few of these colours. She did.
Yes,
an
the new
excellent
ones,
job.
a lot of them were Laura and Rebecca, they designed them. Because yeah, the first round of colours, way back when, Frankie did with
Yeah.
John. And then the second wave, we added 5 extra colours. Those were all ones that I did. Gosh, that was several years ago now as well. And then yeah, this time around it was mostly Laura and Rebecca. But I think they both did a lime and they were quite similar. So we're like, well, we need to have one if they've both independently picked the same thing.
Yeah, everyone obviously loves lime, but it's just a cheerful colour, isn't it? That kind of
Yeah.
lime shade.
It's very similar to Spicy Pippin in the apple door.
Shall I grab the spicy pippin so that folks can see a bit of comparison? So
Yeah.
there's spicy pippin. So it's actually a bit brighter than spicy pippin.
Yeah, it's a little bit more sort of yellow and yeah, slightly different tone, but very similar.
Yeah, and then where's Aggie as well? This is, oh, Aggie is much more muted. I always think Aggie's quite bright. There's,
But yeah, it's quite similar.
oh, it's
probably
very
closest
similar.
to the Aggie.
It's closest to Aggie and Exmoor Sock, really, isn't it?
But yeah, that's where it sits in the sort of colour family. It's with the Spicy Pippin and the Aggie, so
Yeah,
in the nice sort of bright light greens.
definitely. And then next up is another oldie but a goodie.
Yeah, this is Sycamore, which is just a really solid, good, dark green.
It's, yeah, it just really does what it says on the tin, you know? It's a great colour for like a whole jumper, I think, because again, it's one of those colours that just kind of goes with everything. It's really gender neutral. It's just like, I think it's quite flattering colour. It's just...
Yeah, it's really nice. And then last but not least, not actually a green, but stuck on the end with the greens anyway, this colour is called peat.
It's sort of green. It's green and pink at the same time.
Yes.
As you do.
It sort of comes out as a sort of dark brown, but a very rich, nuanced one. Yeah, like you said, it's got bright green and bright pink hidden in amongst it. So yeah, I don't know.
We might get the tops out in a little bit as well and show folks it as a top.
You can see all the little pops in it, but that it is sort of a good, really dark, sort of warm browny colour.
I think it's my absolute favourite colour out of all of them.
Yeah.
It's just really unexpected.
Yeah. This one is very similar to last year's. Was it last year's? The year before?
No, last year. We are still in this year, only just.
True.
You're getting ahead of yourself.
Devonia special,
Yeah.
which was beetle swing. So this is a very similar kind of colour.
Yeah, it mixes green and pink, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the lot. That's your lot.
Yep.
They're very nice. So here we've lined up all of our Harvest Hues tops.
Sort of in tonal, so from the lightest through to the darkest, rather than in a colour order, like with the yarn we just shown you.
We thought we'd mix it up, didn't we?
But yeah, you can see in some of them, like, you can really see what colours go in because it's quite a really contrast. Like, you know, that bracken is really fiery, but you can see that the medlar is similar, but it's just a sort of a paler and warmer, pinkier one.
This one's bracken
And
this one's medlar.
Yeah. So you can see with some of them.
And these are all the pales. So down the pale end, we've got a lot of new ones. It's mostly new ones in the pale
we've got
end.
silver birch and barley, and then raindrop and burdock, and then flax and medlar, and then bracken and rose bay.
And then we're kind
into
of
the
into
mid-tone, so you can see the crazy colour combos, because like that wood sorrel that's really bright in the middle, yeah, and the russet next to it, you can really see that they've got like really like bright contrasting colours in them. But obviously, when you look at them as yarn, they sort of, you know, they come out as one colour overall. But yeah, so that's russet and wood sorrel, and then borage and loganberry, and then look at the speedwell. Look how crazy speedwell is.
Very exciting. That looks like it would be such fun to spin, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Both of these two
And then
together
that's teasel next to it, the purple.
look like they'd be such fun to spin.
Well, like if you do that with the woad next to it, look at the three of them together.
Yeah, I love it. I want to make like a crazy, I don't know, it's like a very exciting electric stripy thing
Yes.
is what that wants to be.
Yeah, and then we go into the sort of darker shades. So we've got juniper, pomegranate, sycamore and blue spruce, which are all original colours. And then the new
these
ones we've shoved
three.
in right at the top that are dark. We've got elder, which is that one that's sort of a really dark burgundy colour, but you can see how much pink is actually in it. And then next to it is blackthorn, which again is just a navy, but you can see quite strongly the blue. And then the peat, which is that one we're saying that comes out as a sort of a browny colour, but it's actually full of bright pink and bright green. So again, really fun to spin that one.
Yeah, that would be very fun to spin, wouldn't it?
So yeah, that's all of the 22 colours.
And tops.
Well, Helena, what are you going to make with these ones then? With your nice colour palette there.
Well, these little gloves, which are one of my designs, which is the working hand mitts. These ones are in woad. These are the shop sample, But I have another pair that I wear all the time in hand dyed, which is really similar to the Loganberry. But I was thinking I probably need another pair because you need a lot of gloves. Can't really drive without little fingerless gloves these days. So I was thinking maybe an Elder or a Speedwell for the other ones. But yeah, that was my
nice.
thought. And also, one of the jumpers I wear all the time in the mill is a Felix cardigan by Savoury Knitting, which is, there's a jumper version as well. And I made the original one in the blue spruce worsted. So again, I need another one of those.
Really nice. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Actually, I think I'd have to make a Felix jumper
Again,
in.
not sure. Maybe one of the purpley
That's
kind of
good.
colours.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Nice.
what I was thinking I might do. Things I've already made, basically. Not very exciting. But I like them and I wear them a lot. So
If you wear them, then, you know,
They're
why
good.
not remake them?
Yeah, successful ones.
How about you, Donna? What are you going to make?
Right, I have a couple of plans. Thea Coleman has a lovely new sweater out now called Broken Oath, and I love the burdock colour, and I think it would really, really work well.
is
with
it a
that
crazy
one.
cabley jumper
It
by
is.
any chance?
I do like
Yeah,
my crazy
common.
cabley things. They're really nice, and Thea's really good at all those, isn't she? And the other one I'm planning to do is the throwback cardigan by Andrea Mowry. It's a nice little bit of colour work. Probably with blackthorn, the nice navy colour as the main
I've been
colour.
trying to convince you to use that one.
Yeah,
as well,
I do
haven't we?
really like the Elder actually. Andrea's sample is in a colour very similar to our bracken, so that is really nice as well. So it's just,
Still choosing a colour.
I'm still choosing, but yeah, these are my palette. Oh, that will
Yeah.
work. Yes,
You're doing that
Yeah.
again.
You are literally...
Everyone that comes to shows does that. And we're
Yeah.
like, I think I like these colours. Yep.
Yeah.
We're
That's
pink
why
and
you're wearing
blue.
them.
That's why I wear them. They're really nice.
It's good to know what you like. Though,
It is
I think.
definitely.
And you actually, you know, end up wearing the thing you make.
Definitely, yeah. If it works with your wardrobe, you're more likely to wear it, aren't you? So
Exactly.
I think that's the key.
They both sound beautiful.
Thank you.
So we've got another exciting thing that's just arrived
We have,
with us.
yes, beautiful embroidery on knit by Judit Gumley.
Yeah, Judit, I think I remember meeting Judit for the first time at EYF, Edinburgh Yarn Festival, a very long time ago. And she's so like statuesque. And she just had on the most gorgeous embroidered cardigan. It might have been this one from the cover, actually, maybe.
Very beautiful.
But she just is, yeah, has such a unique style. And so this is the book that she's just produced with Lina. And it's just about, you know, putting some embroidery on your knits. So you make lots of quite plain knits and then just look at this,
Yeah, that's
bedazzle them.
gorgeous. Very pretty flowers.
Absolutely
They look
beautiful.
lovely, don't they?
But really also I think it's just about, look how nice that
That's
shawl
really
is. That's in
nice.
Knit by Numbers, 4-ply I think. But it's less of like a traditional pattern book and more like a real inspiration book, I think. So it's
Yeah.
about like, well, whatever you fancy knitting.
And then
I
you
think
can
some of that is
oh, that's
Exmoor sock
lovely.
as well, maybe.
Oh, yeah. That looks
so
like mackerel
it
sky.
does. And Bell Heather, bit of Odd Madod. So really it's just about working with what you've got at home, little odds and ends. We've all got lots of odds and ends.
We have, yes.
Except for me, because I put mine in the compost bin.
Do you
I
really?
compost my odds and ends, yeah.
Oh, I have a nice
I-
little selection of lots of
Yeah,
little balls
I'm
to
sure.
make things with.
I just find them very stressful and then I need to get rid of them, so I just compost them.
Oh, it's so useful though when you think, I need to darn that sock, and I do have that colour.
Yes, no, I know.
So-
No, I know. And if you also keep your odds and ends, perfect.
Very
book
good.
for it.
Yes.
And then it's all kind of charted and there's full tutorials and things as well. So
little charts at the back.
if you've been fancying doing some embroidery, I think it's a great place to start. Does it smell nice?
This smells amazing.
What does it smell like?
New book. It's
New
just
book.
yeah, it's got that amazing new book smell.
It's a nice texture as well, isn't it? It's a quality production.
It's lovely.
Obviously. Obviously it is. I know.
Steal a copy.
I think I'm going to steal a copy. There we are. Then the other new thing on the website is these little babies.
Our lovely badges.
Edna and Zadie. Zadie and Edna.
Got it.
Which one are you?
I don't know. I mean, I love anything with a bit of swart balls in it. But I don't know. The honest answer is that I am the sheep with a keyboard and a mouse.
Oh, well, yeah. I think I was the one up the ladder.
You were the one up the
Maybe
ladder.
they're Phil and Jack.
They might be Phil and Jack.
Phil and Jack, but we'll call them Edna
It's
and
got
Zadie.
to be Laura because these are the big bobbins.
Ah,
aren't
right. So
they?
it's just Laura's bobbins.
Or a very small sheep if it's normal sized bobbins. But not that many of the machines run bobbins. But they're very cute.
They
aren't
are.
they?
They're
You're
lovely.
wearing
I've
them.
got mine on today. They're very nice.
I've attached mine to my bag. So
Have you? Oh,
I'm
that's
not
quite
wearing them.
sensible.
Yeah, and also on my camera case because I don't like taking pictures. And I thought if it's on my camera case, then I'll be excited about
You've got
taking
nice
pictures.
badges.
Exactly. But they're absolutely adorable. I think they make quite nice little Christmas presents
Definitely.
as well.
Yes. Yeah. I think there'll be a few of our friends and family getting these, won't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
They're very cute.
And they are both specific breeds, so it does just say on the bit of paper. Sadie's a swart balls and Edna's an Exmoor blueface. So they're two of our fave breeds.
They are.
And yeah, they're just adorable. They're little enamel badges.
Nice pins on the back.
Yes,
They're
so they
pretty-
don't fall off.
They're very secure, so yeah, good.
Definitely. And they were made in the UK, which is nice. We use this lovely badge company. And they're obviously designed by Katie. And they're kind of part of that series she did for the annual
Yes,
as well.
yeah.
So, yeah, this year everything is just sheep and
All sheep.
dungarees.
Yeah.
This was Helena's inspirational idea. Was I think the beginning of it, like last summer, was like, what
Really?
should we do? Sheep and dungarees, obviously.
Excellent idea. Everything. Sheep eating cake in dungarees.
Yeah. We don't eat enough cake, quite frankly. I came into work
too
this
much.
morning. Well, I obviously need to come into the building more because I came into work this morning and there were only 2 cookies left in the giant tub of cookies. I don't know when these cookies arrived. When
I
did
think it
they
was
arrive?
only yesterday, wasn't it? Helena made the cookies and
My
yeah,
God, they were
excellent
amazing.
cookies.
They were like brownie cookies, so they were all like gooey and then salty. I'm not surprised the
They're
whole
all
tub
gone.
went in like
we
24
love our cakes
hours.
and cookies here, don't we? Yeah,
Wow.
we really do.
You just think while you're wandering past,
I'll just have a cookie.
just pick it up. Yeah, they are very delicious. I might go back for one in a minute, actually.
I'd
Little
imagine that's
reward
probably
for-
gone.
Do you think?
Yeah,
Well,
I think
there's
so.
only
If there was
left.
one left, it will be gone.
And it's been more than 15 minutes, so it'll definitely be gone. So that's about everything we've got time for today.
Yes. Yeah.
Cheers for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed all of the exciting colours.
Yeah,
We enjoyed making them.
we did.
Definitely.
Enjoy making them.
I'm looking forward to knitting with them as well.
I know. Very much looking forward to knitting with them.
Yes.